Now we're going to do the hardest one in this kit, the Mad Hatter from our Alice in Wonderland origami kit. We start with our Mad Hatter paper, which looks like this, and we turn it to the side with the word top facing up. This one is going to be the trickiest one in this kit, so if you need to, rewind and watch it over again. So first we're going to fold along the diagonal lines in half. So fold this corner, match it up with the top corner, crease it. You can use a ruler. And the same for the other corner, is to match it up and crease it well. Open it back up and turn it to the other side and fold along these dotted lines in half along the vertical and the horizontal lines. Just fold that in half and left to right. Fold it in half. Next, we're going to open it back up and bring our points A, B, C down to point D. So first we take our A and C points and we bring it down to point D, and we follow through with point B. Next, we're going to fold along these dotted lines inwards so that the edges meet in the middle. So fold that and fold that so the edges meet in the middle. And we can crease it with our ruler in a nice sharp crease. And we can fold down the top like this, give it a good crease, and open the whole thing back up. Next, we're going to insert our fingers into this flap and bring this all the way to the top. On this left-hand side, we are going to push it inwards, so we get a nice long triangle. On this right-hand side, it's a little bit trickier. We're going to take it out and we're going to flip it outwards. You might have to open up the paper a little bit to do this part. Flip it outwards and bring it back down and flatten like this. We're going to turn it over and we're going to do similar folds on this side. So fold it inwards so that the outer edges meet in the middle. With a ruler, and then we're going to bring this all the way to the top, and this time we're going to do both sides, just push it towards the middle. Next, we're going to take a pair of scissors and we're going to, there's a dark black line inside here, we're going to cut along this dark black line all the way through to the other side. So we're going to cut along here and stop right about there. Okay, and then we're going to turn these flaps over one, and at the back, like a page in a book, turn that side over, and we have to cut along this dark black line here. We have to cut, make a cut along all the layers on the dark black line and stop there, and also along the bottom here. Next, we're going to flip it over to the other side like this, and we're going to flip the top part down, and we're going to flip out this outer tip. So insert your fingers in between the topmost flap and flip out this tip and make a fold like that. We're going to do another flip like that. We're going to insert our finger in, and along this dotted line, we are going to fold it outwards so that you see a little ace of hearts that's upside down. Next, we're going to fold in our, this is the hat part, so we're going to fold in the hat by doing a inside reverse fold, which is basically tucking it in. And there's some dotted lines there to guide you. I'm going to tuck in that tip, and we're going to tuck this one in as well. We're going to tuck this side in. And as we tuck it in, we're going to pivot the Ace of Hearts back up so that you can see it. You might need to fix both sides a little bit to get it nice and even. Next, we're going to fold along these dotted lines repeatedly. So first I'm going to fold upwards, one, crease it well, fold it again, and fold it one more time up like this. And then we'll get our hat ridge. Next, we're going to fold our face back down like this, and then we're going to turn it over to the other side and fold that top flap down. Next, we're going to fold inwards along these dotted lines, so inwards along that dotted line and inwards along this dotted line, and one more time along the second dotted line here. So one more here, and one more there. And at this point, if you like, you can use a little piece of tape to hold it all together to make it easier. Så är du med?
Oj. Okay.
Yeah, next, we're going to fold the bottom flap back upwards, and we're going to fold along these two dotted lines upwards. So fold along these two dotted lines like this, one and two. And then fold the entire top flap with these two corners back downwards like this. Next, we're going to bring these outer edges and fold them along these dotted lines and bring tips inwards to finish off our Mad Hatter's head. This is going to be his hair. And fold those two inwards, and at this point you can also take a small piece of tape and tape it down to keep it nice and flat. Next, we're going to turn it to the other side, and the tips that are sticking out here, we can move them back up a bit and fold them inwards to make the ears. So we fold them, just tuck them back inside, inwards, inside the flaps to create two little ears, and your Mad Hatter is finished.